Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought today it would be fun to do a day in the life of a stay-at-home mom. It is raining and dreary and I think a little chilly out today. And normally with these days, I just want to like cuddle and stay inside and be nice and warm and cozy. But if you have a kid, you know, sometimes it's harder to stay home than it is to go out into the world. So I think what we are going to do today, Hugo's taking his first nap of the day. He woke up so early this morning. Oh my gosh, he woke up at, what time is it? It was like 10 after 5. It was so early, but I feel okay. So I'll have another cup of coffee now while he's taking his nap. I have a little bit of editing to do too, and some stuff for YouTube, so I will get that done and I'll have some breakfast, and then I'm thinking that we will go out and run some errands. It is, yeah, it's raining pretty hard out, so we'll see. Like, I'm sure there'll be lulls in the rain and someone will sneak out, but I think it might be better to go out than stay in all day. I don't know. I feel like the days go by, especially since he was up at 5 today. It's gonna seem like a full day by noon. And I do really need to go to Target, so let's get into the day. Hugo is up from his nap and he's having a mid-morning snack. It's 9:02. He's having some avocado, and I'm also gonna cut him up some berries. It's still pouring out, but I don't have to make a decision about what we're officially gonna do today for at least like an hour and a half. So we will spend the morning hanging out around the house. I definitely have some laundry that needs to get done, and I'm gonna finish putting together his like mid-morning breakfast, mid-morning snack. Right, Annie? Second breakfast? Do I have to change your diaper? Eddie. Alright, mommy has to do a little laundry. Cutie patootie. I'm gonna throw the rest of this stuff in here. Oh, I forgot that there are stickers. My pants. Where are they? Here's one. I thought there was another one. Nope. Okay. Whoa, good walking. Good job, Hugo. A lot of people have asked me like what activities to keep baby occupied during the day, or like what we do for activities. And I think especially on a rainy day it's hard because normally you can make a whole activity or a whole afternoon out of going for a walk, but on a rainy day you can't. And so my advice to you would be just make an activity or make a whole deal out of something as simple as doing the laundry. So take your time. Oh, also, what are you doing? No. This is brand new. Jeff just got this for Father's Day, so like hasn't been sitting in a garage. So it's like not that gross, but also still, no, don't do that. Okay, what's going on here? So yeah, just like make an activity out of everything that you possibly can so that it takes up time and you don't feel kind of as pressed for things to do. Okay, what are we going? What's going on here? Start. Perfect. All right, can we move into the living room, please? Hugo, don't do that. That's yucky, because then you're going to put that in your mouth. And even though this is new, it was still in the store. Come on, Hugo. Let's go into the living room, please. Come on, Mr. Blue Eyes. Oh, but if you are looking for a free, easy, simple DIY for baby/toddler to like keep them occupied, I actually posted about this on my Instagram. So just take a shoebox, cut 2 slits in it, the width of business cards or gift cards, and then if you have spare gift cards laying around or like spare business cards, baby can then put them through the little slot. And I'm telling you guys, this is like a good 15 to 30 minutes of activity for baby, depending on like how excited your kid is about this. But Hugo has not gotten tired of it. He still plays with it. Last night he did it before he went to bed. And the more business cards or gift cards you have, the better. So my son is obsessed with these Ella's Kitchen Nibbly Fingers. And in case you're looking for other like snack options, this is his second one already today. And I try not to like let him just eat whatever he wants to eat at any time of the day. Really, really loves these. And I thought I would share with you guys. This flavor is, let me check. We've tried 2 different flavors. An orange one that, oh, here's the orange one. This is mango and carrots. He loves those. And then this is, what flavor is this? Oh, apples and strawberries. He loves these. So we get them at Whole Foods, but I'm sure that they carry them anywhere. These are the other snacks that I really like for him. But, I mean, honestly, I think he's outgrown these. They don't have a lot of flavor. They're really good teethers. And if you're nervous about your baby like eating something and not being able to chew it, if they don't have a lot of teeth, then this is really great because it just disintegrates. And I get these at Target. Sometimes they have them at Whole Foods, but mostly Target. But I think that he's sort of like outgrowing those. He doesn't love those quite as much anymore. And then I also got these to try. These are the Happy Tot veggie straws, but he didn't love these, to be honest. He actually ate one and then wouldn't eat the rest of them. I think it's the texture. He's like a thing with texture. And then these are huge favorites in our house, the Super Puffs. These are really good, and he seems to really like that flavor. But right now, yeah, these bars are like where it's at. I am going to share for the whole internet to see. This is all of the clean laundry that needs to get folded and put away. So in case you thought, I don't know if I gave you the impression that I have my life together, which is not the impression I think I gave, but just to help solidify, come on, come over, how freaking normal things are around here. This pile of laundry is probably going to sit for the rest of today. Maybe this afternoon I'll get to it. Come here, honey. Look at that little butt. I can't. All right, it's 10:30. I feel like all I do all day is feed my child. He's having another snack. He wanted another bar, and he was like crying at the pantry, but he already had 2 this morning, so I feel like it's not good for him to have another one. So I gave him some toast with hummus and some puffs and some orange, and he was like obsessed with clementines a few weeks ago. Like it was all he wanted, it was all he like pointed to, and now he wants nothing to do with them. I don't know if it like this batch is a bit more tart than sweet, but I've been like cutting them up. I was so excited when I saw them at the grocery store, and he wants nothing to do with them. So it's 10:30. I'm like at a bit of a loss because it is pouring out, and it like let up maybe like 15 minutes ago, and so I was feeling like kind of hopeful. But I think that's what it's going to be like all day. It's going to pour and then stop, pour and stop. And I can't think of anything like less enjoyable than being like caught in the rain with a toddler. So I don't know, I'm going back and forth. Like part of me is like, oh, like let's just run to the car, get in and go, and we could go to he has like a little play group. We could go to the play group, and then we could go to Target. Like we could do things, but it's like raining so hard that like you can see the rain, you know, like when it's sort of drizzling and you look outside and you can't really see it, but then you go outside and you're like a little wet. But no, this is like you look outside and you're like, oh yeah, it's raining. I don't know, but I don't want to keep him inside all day. This is the dilemma of like normally like a pretty common dilemma, especially when it's raining out. So I've not made a decision yet, obviously. Well, it's pouring out, so for the time being, our outdoor plans are postponed. I am going to get a head start on sorting and organizing all this laundry, and hopefully it stops raining soon. All right, so just like clockwork, 3 hours after he woke up, he is now down for his second and last nap. It's 12 o'clock. He started getting pretty tired around 11:30, so that's when we went into the bedroom, and he took a little while to fall asleep, but that's kind of normal. It kind of gives him an opportunity to decompress, and then he falls asleep. So he's sleeping now. I'm gonna make myself something to eat because I'm feeling really hungry, and it's still pouring out, so I don't know if we're actually gonna get out today. Really don't want to take him out in the pouring rain. And this is just like the realest of the real part of me is like, why am I even vlogging today? It's like the most boring day. I'm sure we'll just end up staying home all day, but this is real life, and I'm sure so many of you have days like this where you have like hopes and dreams for the day of like going out and doing things, accomplishing things, but other things get in the way and you end up just like hanging out at home all day. That's the kind of day it's been. So I'm gonna make myself something to eat, take advantage of some of this like quiet me time before my baby wakes up. Making some chicken nuggets, like vegan chicken nuggets for Hugo for when he wakes up in the oven, and oh my gosh, it's like Florida raining out. You guys know who live in Florida or visited Florida, that like torrential downpour. I'm so glad we didn't go out and we weren't caught in this, because this is like torrential. I just had an avocado, not avocado toast, but I had avocado on a bagel. So good. And now I am craving some chocolate. So I found this in our freezer. I didn't buy this. I guess Jeff must have bought it. It's almond milk chocolate chip peanut butter swirl, but it sounds amazing. So I'm gonna eat some of this. I'm watching YouTube videos and, you know, just having my own like little mommy vacation. And Hugo's still sleeping. It is 1 o'clock. Hugo is still sleeping, and I am going to try to make a little more leeway in this book. I feel like I've been reading it forever. This is the 3rd book in A Song of Ice and Fire, what Game of Thrones, the TV show, is based on, and I only have this much left. It's so hard to find time to read, but I'm going to start reading now and hopefully get a few chapters in before he wakes up. I literally read 3 pages before he woke up. It's 1:15. I realized that the chicken nuggets I made for him have like a little, they're almost like Chipotle flavor. And so I just tried to take off some of the breading, gave him some of those, but when he woke up from his nap, he was sobbing. And the only thing that would calm him down was another one of those darn granola bars. So I gave him one. They're small, they're only about that big. And he's now eating, because he wasn't touching the chicken before. So now he's eating the bar, he's eating the vegan chicken fingers. I even like busted out a yogurt that I opened that he didn't want. I'll just put that back in the fridge. But it's torrentially downpouring still. I never knew I'd talk about the weather so much in one vlog, but I think the decision has been made by Mother Nature. We are going to be staying home. A fish. It's a fish. So when he's done eating, I think we might watch a movie. Hugo recently, his eyes just like perked up. He's recently been loving movies, and his the first movie that he watched all the way through about a week ago was The Grinch, the brand new Grinch, the one that was released last Christmas, I think, by Universal. And he sat and watched that whole thing. And he recently watched The Emperor's New Groove, which he liked. There are definitely movies that he won't sit through the whole thing, but yeah, it might be nice to, on this like crazy rainy day, to just like cuddle up on the couch and watch a movie. So I think that might be what we are going to do. We're still watching Peter Rabbit, which is like the absolute cutest movie ever. And Hugo is having a smoothie. I just made a smoothie with a bunch of berries and some greens and some pea protein milk. And I'm going to have some too, and then put some in the fridge for later. That was the cutest movie. Oh my gosh. I'm such a fan. Peter Rabbit on Netflix, guys. Check it out. It's so cute.
So this big galoo, he left his wallet at home.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah, I did leave my wallet at home on my wallet room.
What are you doing?
Well, if you don't pay within 24 hours, you will be in violation of the unpaid item policy.
What are you doing down there?
You will lose this item. Next!
Hey, buddy, you going to E-Boy? Well,
We moved on to Brick-It Ralph.
What a scam!
2. It's 4 o'clock, and now is officially the time where I have to start thinking about dinner. I am sure that I have so many little seeds stuck in my mouth from the smoothie. It was so good. I have to start figuring out what I'm gonna give him for dinner. My husband, sorry, it's so loud. The TV is on. Here, I came into Hugo's bedroom. Sorry, it's kind of loud out there. I have to start figuring out what I'm gonna do for dinner for Hugo. My husband is not coming home tonight until later. He has to work late tonight. So I don't know. Last night he had to work late too, and I just made my dinner at the same time that I made Hugo's, and we just ate together. So I'm wondering if I should just do that again tonight. I'm not quite as tired as I was last night though, and I don't have any like work stuff that I have to do tonight. So I could just eat after he goes to bed. So I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna make him for dinner, and like now begins the whole like bedtime routine. It, funny enough, just stopped raining now, of course. But I mean, listen, sometimes you just have days where you stay home all day, literally in your pajamas. So can't apologize for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this like super boring day in a life. But I hope it was relatable. We do dinner at 5, bath right after that, and then he usually has his milk around like 6:15 and then bed by 6:30, and he's usually sleeping by 7, so it's just like continuous. So let's go figure out what we're gonna make for dinner for that little Hugo boy. I totally forgot. My mom made this pasta and sent us home with some 2 days ago when we went to go visit them, and so I'm heating up a little bit of it. It's pasta and asparagus, peas, and squash, and then I'm making this field roast vegan sausage for him, and this will be plenty. It's a good pasta. Looks like a lot. He may not finish it. He's pretty good at if he's full, he'll just stop eating. And then there are some other days where he eats so much. So just making sure he has enough. So like I mentioned, we had this, my mom made this. We had this on Sunday, today's Tuesday, and he ate it and he was loving it. And for some reason today, he's like not about the pasta. I don't know if it's like the little frilly edges. Like he has a thing with texture sometimes where he doesn't like certain textures, and like I totally get that. But he's picking out, I like fried up the sausage. He's picking out all the sausage and just eating the sausage. He does tend to do that. And then anything he doesn't want, he just throws it on the floor. No, don't throw that on the floor. That is your sippy cup. This is what Hugo did not end up finishing. He just wasn't loving the pasta tonight. He ate all the sausage. He still is chewing a little bit. Sit, honey, we're gonna wipe your hands. Mommy's gonna get a damp washcloth and wipe your hands, and then we're gonna go take a bath. Oh yeah? Hugo is all clean, and we have about 50 minutes until his bedtime. So we normally just hang out during this time, read, play a little bit. And I did get a question once about the pajamas that he wears and where I find a lot of his pajamas. And I get all of his pajamas, for the most part, like 99% of his pajamas, from Carter's. I find that they always have amazing sales going on, amazing deals. And what I've loved is that they have the pajamas that don't have the feet on them for like this 18-month. I think they have them for 12-month too, 18 and 24-month. But if you want the footy pajamas that have the grips on the bottom, they have those too, which is really nice because I know with him, he is walking, but he still needs a little bit of support. So if I were to put him in footy pajamas, I would still want them to have the grippies on the bottom. So I like that Carter's has that option. I don't think I've ever seen any footy pajamas from Carter's that don't have the grips on them. I could be wrong, but yeah, check out Carter's. I love them. And we're just going to hang out. It started pouring again outside. Just giving you a weather update. I'm going to say goodnight to baby Hugo now. Say goodnight. All right, guys, we did it. Hugo is asleep. And we made it through a whole day at home. A rainy day stuck indoors, which with a toddler or a kid is no easy feat. I have to plug in this monitor. If you watched my monitor review video, you know why. But it doesn't really work unless it's plugged in. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, my husband is coming home late from work tonight, so I don't have to, like normally now would be the time where I would start preparing dinner for him and I, but being that he's not coming home, and to be honest, I'm still pretty full from that smoothie earlier, I'm not actually gonna put myself together like any sort of dinner. If I get hungry and there's still some of that like pesto pasta left over, I can always heat some of that up. But to be honest, I think that I will just like curl up on the couch and be fine. So I have my glass of wine. I am going to watch the new season of Big Little Lies. I watched the first season and read the book and loved them both. So I'm excited to catch up on season 2. And that's gonna be my night, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We made it. I can't believe it. Cheers to being stuck indoors all day on this rainy day. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.